variables. Out of these two, one's value is given, and we have to find the other's value. So in yesterday's lesson, the previous lesson, we have done that the linear equation was there. For example, x plus 3 is by solving the applying the rules. But right now we have two variables. One is y and one is x. And on other examples, you will see more than two variables. Somehow in some of the equation you will see three variables or four variables. So we'll see that how we can be able to solve. But one important thing that if there are four variables, then they will be giving the values of three variables, and the fourth variable we have to find. Here are two variables, they have given one variable's value and one is to find. Okay, so somehow they will be giving multiple variables, but at the same time they will be giving all the values of all the variables except one variable whose value we had to find out later on by putting the values in the equation. Now, how will be putting the values? Let's see now. The equation is the same. Y is bracket, and in the bracket we'll be putting the value of x, which is 12. Now we are putting the value of 12 here, and then plus 26 is the same. Now we know that this means multiply, but there is a concept that some students may consider that 3 will multiply by 12 and 5 will multiply by 12. No, only 3 will multiply 12, 5 will remain the same. It is in the same way that it means that 3 over 5 and multiplied by, in other ones, I'm writing it conceptually, then I'll be realizing it. And for your understanding, 12 means 12 by 1. Any number who has no denominator, it means it has a denominator of 1. So it means 3 will be multiplied by 12 and no denominator. It means we'll be also converting this into 1 because we are solving the value of y. So in this case, we'll be finding the value of y like this. So now, how we'll be solving? We'll be putting the values, multiplying the values. It will give us 3 multiplied by 12, because bracket means multiply. 3 multiplied by 12, and then is 12 threes are 36 over 5, 1. So in other words, we could write like this, that y is equal 36 over 5 plus 26 over 1. And now we know that these are the fractions, and fraction needs LCM. So we'll be going for LCM to finding their adding their values. So we'll be using the LCM of denominators. So 5 and 1's LCM is 5 ones are over 1, and converting them into 5, denominator into 5. It's already into 5, so there's no need to change, but there is 1, so we'll be converting it, and 3 is there, and 5 to the 10, and 1 11 12 13, so it is 130 over 5. Now the denominators are same, so we'll be writing whole upon 5, 36 plus 130. So we may say that y is equal 166 over 5, but 1 is remaining and we carry 6, 5 threes are 15 again, and 1 is remaining, no more carry. So this will go up, this will go middle, this will go bottom. So like this you will be solving. I'm repeating the question again. Now you can see that the linear equation is there, and the equation was, will be putting in place of that variable whose value is given bracket. So if there will be too many variables and whose values are given, in place of same, 5 remains the same. So that's why we have this number 36 by 5, and after 36 by 5 and 20 denominators are not same. So to make denominator same, we need LCM of denominators. To make denominator same, we'll take the LCM of denominators. 5 and 1 is of same, so we'll make making common denominator as whole upon 5. Somehow some of the students make 5 plus 5 as 10. No, number goes top number added only, so we got this one. But here we could see that this is an improper fraction, means top number is a remainder and quotient and divisor. So the dividend is there, and we wrote divided here, quotient, and remainder here, and then divisor. So Q R D. We have done it's like that. So this is our answer. Now come to the next question, which says about question number 2. This says if y is equal to 2 by 3, 24x minus x plus 5xy, find the value of y. Again, we have to find the value of y minus 10 over 3. So now what we do, we'll be doing writing the same equation. Y, its value need to find, so that's will remain the same, is equal to 2 by 3 and 24 minus, but here is again a bracket, so is given, so we'll be putting a bracket and the bigger bracket. Now there is no need of this bracket in place of this. Now we need another bracket, which is this one. Okay, we are putting another bracket plus 5 and again x, but x value is given, so in place of x we'll be writing like this bracket and then y, because y value is to find. Now we are putting the values. What is the value of x? So we'll multiply this with the outer sign, so these two signs will multiply, but this will not multiply with this number because this is a separate term. So that's why this will only multiply these two terms only. So we'll get to know that 2 by 3 2 by 3 and 24 plus 10 over 3 bracket closed and plus. Now here again you can see that there's a plus and minus, so we'll multiply plus minus minus, signs multiply and it becomes minus, and number multiplied 12 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 5 is 50 over 3y. This is equation of y. Now what we do, we will be looking for the numbers. Now we can see that this could be simplified, this could be simplified further. So let's see the bracket. Let's open the bracket. It becomes, it means this bracket will be multiplying and this bracket will be multiplying with these two terms, because there are two terms here, so this will be multiplying 2 times. So 2 by 3 multiplied by 24, 10 by 3 minus 50 by 3y is equal. So 3 8s are 24. There is no simplification possible, so we'll be writing as it is in the form of multiplication. So this will give us 2 8s are 16 by 1 plus 2 10s are 20 over 3 3s are 9. Whenever we are not simplify, we are able to simplify, and so then we will be multiplying. Why we are not adding? Because board math says we'll be adding first. There is not fraction, so we'll be converting each and every one into fraction. Solve further. And this that whenever you have this equation, then we are going to solve this equation. Now, look for this equation. This is a fraction, so it means it needs LCM of denominators 1, 1, 9, 3. The denominators, all the denominators, so we'll be simplifying. Finding the LCM in the simplest number. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 1 same and 1 same. Now, still there is a divisible by 3, so 3 1s, 1 same, 3 1s are 3, and denominators must be 9. So we are writing the equation y upon 1 is equal 16 upon 1 plus 20 upon 9 minus 50y, and the numerator. How will convert this into 9? Multiplied by 9. So this will also be multiplied by 9. And how will convert this into over 9? And minus 50 multiplied by 3 is 150y over as it is. So 9y is equal 144 plus 20 minus 150y. Now we know that, remember, while we have the right place, number side is the number, and on the number side, this is the number on the number side, this is variable on the number side, so this is the wrong place. So it means this needs to be removed. So how we'll remove it? So let's check it. We'll be writing the same equation and putting some space here because this will be removed and comes here, making a space for this one, and rest of the equation is the same. Means equation will be minus 150 y, but minus 150y could be removed by putting plus 150 opposite signs y. And whenever we are doing here something, we are doing something here 150y. So then this here you can see that this may be cancelled because minus 150y plus 150y will be given us 0. So we are cancelling, and now this becomes 159y. 9y plus 150y is 159y is equal. Now we can add these numbers. One equation 159y, and this is at the wrong place because we need the value of y only. We don't need the value of this. So complete 159. So what we do, we will be dividing. We will be dividing the number by. We will be dividing the number by 159, and we divide 164. Ones are 159, and carry forward, put the values, and you can see that the variable comes 2 times, whose value was to put, and the unknown variable was also come here. You can see both the numbers 2 times. So at the end, what we have done, we have added them together, not fractions. So what we have to do, we have to convert all of them into fractions. So we have done like this, and then it's simply the numerator. So this is our equation. In this equation, we now start comparing, solving the equation, and to make it balanced, we did the same on the other side. So like this, we have done this, and we found 159y is equal to 164. Question number 3. Now this is a question number 3. Okay, should we have to air the video? Okay, yes, you can air the video. Okay, so you can hear the variable is equal to x, y, and p over q. So how many variables are there? Let's look at these variables. X, one variable, four variable. So we have four variable. Out of these four, we can see the values of 1, 2, and 3 variables is given. We have four variables as we have done earlier, four variables and three values given. So only one variable is remained. It means one variable's value to find. So now it will be again easy. It will be putting all the values first. So now how will we be doing? We'll be putting the values here. Now first we'll be writing the equation. X minus y is equal xy over p minus q, and now we are putting the values, and we have given the value, put the value, so that's why we're putting bracket is equal x, its value is not given, but y's value is given, so putting bracket in the bracket. Now we have put the bracket in every place. So now we'll be filling the bracket with the values. What is the value of y? Y's value is 2, so we'll be putting here 2. Well, this was y, so what's the value of y? It's 2, so we'll be putting the value of 2. It was p, so what's the value of p? 5, so we'll be putting the value of 5. It was q, so what's the value of q? It's 6, so we'll be putting 6. Now we have put all the values. Now we will be simplifying this. So it becomes x is equal to multiplied by x. So, and 2 multiplied by x can be written as 2x. So we must remember about this one, because bracket means multiply. So that's why we'll be writing 2x over 5 minus 6. This becomes minus 6. So this becomes x minus 2 over 2x divided by minus 1, because the subtraction. So big plus different sign, so we subtract and putting the greater number sign, and 6 minus 5 is 1. We'll be putting at the top. So how could we write? We'll be writing like that. Now let's see how we'll be writing. Let me erase this one. This is the equation. X minus 2 is equal to, so x minus 2 is, it means now we have multiplied the sign, and because if there is no sign here, it means this was a plus sign. So we can we may not write it. It's not necessary to write it down. So we are out of fraction. It means this equation, and we know that this is a variable side and this is a number side, and this is at the right place. Variable side, variable at the variable side, yes. Numbers at the variable side, wrong place. Variable at the number side, wrong place. So these both to be tackled. We're putting some space to deal it properly, and minus 2x. And now we see that minus 2 is to be disbalanced. So to make it balanced, we'll do the same on the other side. So it becomes same plus 2 on the other side. So here it cancels. Here it cancels. So we have x is equal minus 2x plus 2. But here you can see that it's still variable, wrong place. So what we do, we'll be moving this one. So to remove this, what we have to do, we will be writing again x, we'll be putting some space because this 2 minus 2x will come here, and minus 2x will be deleted, so that's why we are putting some space plus 2. Now minus 2x may be removed by putting plus 2x with the opposite sign, and because we are putting it, we are making equation disbalanced, so that's why we will be putting the same thing on the other side to make it balance. Now that's why we are writing plus 2x, the same thing. Now here it cancels, and here it can be added because this is x and this is plus 2x. So x means 1x. If there is no number, it means this is 1. So 1x plus 2x is 3x. 1x plus 2x is 3x is equal 2. Sorry. Now we may remove this by dividing it by 3, because we have seen that the number is also still there, divided by 3. Then to make it balance, we'll do the same on the other side to divide by 3, because we need to make it balance. So now this is simplified, this could be simplified. So this is 3 cancels, only x is remains, so we can say that x is equal, which you are having some of the equation. One of this, first we putting the values, and first solve the variables, brackets, and bracket will solve, and after the bracket we have seen that this is x minus 2 is equal to 2x divided denominator by minus 1. Whenever minus sign comes in denominator, we convert this minus sign into numerator. So that's why, so this is a new thing, that whenever we have minus sign in denominator, we make multiply it with the numerator sign and convert it to single sign of same denominator, which is minus 2x plus minus minus 2x. And this is the minus sign, plus minus minus, and that's why minus 2x. And then we say that when there is denominator is 1, so we don't need to write it 1. So this becomes simple equation without any fractions. So then hope you understand this question. Now the last question of today is about the question. Now question number 4 is about the variable question in which we have again many variables. How many variables? So let's check it how many variables we have in this question. In this question we have P, one variable, Q, one variable, and R variables, but the value of 2's value given becomes easy again, because only one's value is fine. Now we'll be solving like this. So let's check it. I will be putting this. Now 5. Do we have the value of P? Yes, we have the value of P. So that's why we are putting bracket minus 3 is equal 3 again bracket, because its value is given, minus 5 P's value of Q is this Q's value is minus 2, so we are writing minus 2, and here again value of Q value is minus 2, okay, and P's value is 3, so I'm writing 3, and then the sign also there, so minus minus is plus, same sign multiplying sign, same sign multiply plus sign. So 3 2's are 6 over R is equal plus, if there is no sign, it means it has, what sign it has? it has plus sign. If there's no sign, it has plus sign. This again a plus sign. So minus plus minus and 5 threes are 15. Or writing this number here. Now we have this equation. Now in this equation, now we are solving 15 plus 6 is 21 over r is equal. Here you can see that this is the same sign, so it means we'll be adding them and putting the greater number sign minus and adding them 21 over different signs subtract, so 3 minus 2 is 1. So here is fraction, but whole upon fraction on both sides, so we may do what? We may do cross multiplication. We may do cross multiplication. So in cross multiplication, what would happen? We'll be doing this multiplied by this one. So, and this multiplied by this one. So this gives us 21 is equal minus 21 r. Now we can see that this is, so we'll be moving this to the other side and this to the other side. So what we'll be doing? We'll be doing again the same thing that we have done earlier. 21 we want to remove. It is if there is no sign, it means it has plus sign. And how to remove this? Minus 21. And on the other side it was minus 21r. This was already. Now we are solving this minus 21, and whenever we are writing this one on one side to make it balance, we do the same on the other side. So it becomes minus 21. So this cancels. These two plus 21 minus 21 cancels. So it remains nothing. Minus 21. Now this number we need to be here. So what we'll do? If there's nothing, all are cancelled, so it means 0 is there. So now we'll be writing minus 21r, because we are dealing, so we need some space, and after that space we're writing minus 21. Now how to remove this? We'll be removing it by, and there's 0 already. We are doing plus 21r, and this plus 21r will be doing the same thing on the other side, because this is disbalancing the equation. So we'll be doing here the same thing, plus 21r. So, and plus 0. So now this 12r plus 0 means 12r is equal, sorry, 21r. 21r is equal minus 21, only this is remaining. So what to do? We'll be dividing minus 21 by the same number. We'll be dividing with the same number, so that's why write 21 and by 21. This cancels, and this also cancels, so it gives us as r is equal minus 1. So this is your answer. So like this, you can see the question as solved. So again, from the previous one, I'm going to repeat this question from the beginning, that's so that you can have an idea that how it's been going to be done. Like this. This is a question. You have seen that this is a question, and in this question, different variables, three variables. Out of these three variables, two variables value are given, and we have to find the value. And found out that our equation becomes like this: 21, and moved numbers to the number side by subtracting or adding, and variable to the variable side by adding. And now we have the variable right place, number right place. then we divide it by the same number to get the value of r. So we found out. So hope you understand this one, and see you in next class. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.